Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a long time. I've just been super busy and obviously I have posted a couple of free workouts, but I just wanted to come on and finally do the Q&A that I've been saying I would be doing for ages. Funny story, I actually filmed it, like did the whole thing. I just did like a sitting down Q&A, answered all of your questions really full out, and then just deleted them all. I was like clearing out my storage, completely forgotten that I hadn't edited the video, just deleted all the videos. So that's great. But I got up nice and early this morning. It's Friday morning. I'm going to go for a little walk now. I might answer a couple on the way, but I'll probably do them when I get back before my class. But yeah, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here, and hopefully I can help with any of the questions you've asked. Really lovely morning, guys. It's very chilly. I've just looked on my watch and it's saying it's -2. So for middle of April, I feel like that's quite cold. But the reason I'm out for a walk before my class this morning is because I've injured my knee, which sounds ridiculous that I'm out for a walk. But basically yesterday, the more I moved, the sort of less stiff it became. So this morning I thought, I know I've got to teach a class this morning, so rather than being super cold and have just like barely moved before it, I'm just going to go for a little walk, nothing too strenuous, and I'm hoping that will sort of warm it up before I do my own little warm up. Yeah, it's a really weird one. Like, it doesn't hurt to walk or to run, it just hurts to, not even to bend, but mainly to squat, which obviously isn't ideal, but you know, we'll get there. So yeah, it definitely feels a lot better today. I've got a knee support on and I've got loads of ibuprofen gel on it, Tiger Balm, various different things. So yeah, doesn't really seem to be anyone out, so I think I'm going to try answer a couple questions. I had a lot of questions about weight loss and like, you know, different sort of aesthetic body goals, which I know we always feel like that, but I think where the summer's coming is when a lot of people, you know, decide to really go for whatever their goal is, because I think like you're wearing maybe more revealing clothes, we go on holiday, and it's not about what you look like, but it is about feeling, God, sorry, it's so sunny, but it is about feeling your best. So yeah, so on that note, the first question that I've chosen, so I've just gone for 10 that I think are, you know, sort of the best questions. And the first question that I've chosen is, what is the best way to lose weight and sustain it? Obviously, the way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit, which I've spoken to you guys about before. But the best way to sustain weight loss, this car coming past must think, why is this girl filming herself this early? The best way to sustain weight loss is to make it a lifestyle change rather than just a temporary diet or a temporary solution. You know, ultimately changing those habits you have, just making little changes so that it lasts, so that your weight loss that you're trying to achieve isn't just something that you do before your holiday or whatever. It is something that you can sort of maintain. So basically, in other words, making better choices. So once you maybe come out of your calorie deficit or whatever the diet is you choose to do, just making better choices, swapping stuff out, I suppose. Maybe not having a biscuit every time you have a cup of tea. Maybe swapping to diet lemonade or slim lime tonic when you have a gin on a Friday night or whatever. You know, maybe cooking your own homemade chips with just a little bit of oil rather than buying oven cooked chips or frying chips. Just little things like that, switching to higher protein, lower calorie burgers when you have burgers. Just things like that that are really sustainable, aren't going to mean you can't have all your favourite foods and do all your favourite things and be sociable, but are going to mean that it's not like you come to summer every year and think, oh God, I really want to lose tons of weight. That actually maybe you fluctuate a little bit, but you're never that far away from that goal you have in mind. I think when you finally decide to yourself, make that decision on your own, that actually this is going to be a lifestyle change for me, eating healthily, moving my body more, eating higher protein, diet, just generally making better choices, when you make that decision for yourself, you're going to be so much more likely to stick to it. You need to not be persuaded by your friends or your family. You need to decide for yourself that that's actually something you really want to do, because if you're passionate about something, you're going to stick with it. Picture that goal in mind. And the thing is, once you get used to making these better choices, it will become more of a habit, like the habits that we make that are bad, like having a biscuit every time we have a cup of tea. Once you get out of the habit of doing that, you won't feel the need to. So yeah, hope that helps and answers that question. So the next question I've gone for is, what are my current fitness and eating goals? And I don't actually know if I've spoken out about this, but I am currently eating in a calorie surplus. I'm trying to gain muscle, so that, I just see what I can do for my body, gain a bit of strength. I've been wanting to gain muscle for a long time. It's definitely taken me a while to mentally be able to eat more, like, honestly. But now that I'm in that place, I feel amazing. So this is my current goal. Gaining muscle. I haven't weighed myself just because I have quite a negative relationship with the scales, but I'm feeling in a good mental place, so I will soon. And I will presumably, hopefully, have gained some weight. And then we have booked a holiday for July, which who knows if that will go ahead. The plan is to start sort of a mini cut the end of May, not a major cut at all, because I feel it's been a very lean sort of bulk. I don't think I don't want to suddenly lose all my hard work. I just want to get a little bit leaner, so that I can see the muscles that I've hopefully built, if that makes sense. And in terms of fitness goals, I was definitely running more towards the start of the year and working towards running a half marathon, which I'm not going to lie, I've been a bit slack with recently, just because with the amount of classes I teach, and I've been trying to prioritise weight training outside of those classes, obviously for muscle gain. Running's definitely taken a back seat, so I'm just doing the odd 5 to 10k. But I am doing like a sort of race, which is 10k with two of my friends in, I think it's June, which I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, my goal was to sort of just work on my distance, which I will definitely get back to. I'll want to run more in the summer, and just improve strength generally, which I'm definitely getting there. I've always struggled with my legs, never been able to build muscle, or thought I could never, but obviously it was because I wasn't eating enough. And now that I'm finally starting to see a bit of results, it is an amazing feeling. So for anyone that is trying to build muscle and is finding it a real slow process, it's really rewarding when you get there. And with any goal you have, if you're losing weight, just trying to maintain what you look like, stay with it, because when you achieve your goal, there really is no better feeling to make yourself proud. When you notice it yourself, that's the best feeling. So yeah, they're my current goals. Nothing too exciting, but yeah, I'm enjoying the process. So the next question is, what is my favourite cheat meal? Now, I've spoken about this recently on my Instagram of cheat meals and cheat days and how I feel about them. I think a cheat meal is great. I know a lot of people don't like to call it a cheat meal because you should be able to eat any food you want, which is completely true. But just the concept of sort of not tracking and letting yourself go every so often. So in terms of that, my favourite cheat meal, which, just to reiterate, I do eat what I want to eat. If I fancy something, I eat it. And generally I eat pretty healthy because I want to. But cheat meal, so like my favourite ever dinner would probably be it's really bad, but just a big plate of chips. I'm just a little bit obsessed with chips. Homemade, from the shop, whatever. Chip shop chips as a cheat meal are the best. Just a big plate of chip shop chips. Other stuff I would love would be, I do love a curry. I absolutely love any Italian food. So pizza, pasta, yum, bruschetta, or however you say it to start. Yeah, just generally a big old plate of chips, maybe with a burger, probably a Beyond Meat burger. I know that's quite a weird cheat meal, isn't it? Obviously I love other stuff like a roast dinner, but yeah, you just can't beat a big plate of chips. So yeah, probably that, and probably with some sort of Italian starter, and then like a chocolate fudge cake or a chocolate gooey brownie with ice cream for pudding. So the next question, which is quite a fun one, is what is my dream job? So this has sort of changed over time, obviously, like from being younger and stuff, but it definitely was to be in a West End show, which, don't get me wrong, is still 100% up there. If you guys don't know, I also sing, dance, act, mainly dance. But my absolute dream job right now would be to own my own gym. Like my absolute own gym, like be called like Annie's Fitness and Wellness Centre, who knows. Just, I literally think about it all the time. Like I think about how it would look. I would let Jamie design like all the weight training sections because he would just be better at that than me, and I would design the studio, and I'd have a yoga studio. Oh, I would just love it so much. I always say if I won the lottery, that's what I'd do. So if you suddenly see me opening a gym, yeah, but obviously to be in a West End show too would be pretty amazing. Aside from that, I don't think I've had any other major dream roles. I'm absolutely loving my current job, so to be able to just grow Active with Annie would be amazing. And if that could eventually go into starting my own app or opening my own gym, yeah, that would be an absolute dream come true. Ploughing through these questions on my walk. So the next one was, how do you always have the motivation to go out for so many walks? I get that it probably looks like I'm literally always out on a walk on my Instagram. To be fair, I probably am always out for a walk. Do you know what? I found a new love for it in lockdown. I'll be honest, I'd go for the odd walk with the dog before, but I wasn't major into walking. I think a lot of us found like a new love for walking in lockdown, and mine's just sort of stayed even when lockdown has eased. How do I find the motivation to go out and walk? Sometimes I can't be bothered to go on my own, because obviously if you can arrange to walk with a friend, it's lovely because it's such a nice time to catch up and get your steps in and get some fresh air. But I'm just addicted to the fresh air. I love being outside, I really do. So I always know that if I go for a walk I'll feel better. So that's probably my motivation, even if it's a short walk. If I do fancy doing a longer walk, I will find a good podcast to listen to. Normally Mrs. Hinch or Stacey Solomon, or I will just put in a really good playlist, and yeah, the walk will be done before you know it if you've got a good playlist on, or phone a friend. Sometimes I think we don't have time to catch up with each other, so I often say to one of my friends, I'm walking in an hour, I'll call you then if you're free, and then however long you walk for, you can catch up in that time. Side note, but I'm going really red where it's so cold. So the next question is, how can I stop mindlessly snacking? Which I think for a lot of people, it's not a problem, but can sort of stop you achieving your goal. And I would say my best advice with that is to just pre-plan your snacks. If you're someone that's tracking or for a specific goal or whatever, that's definitely helpful. So for example, before I go out for the day, I will pre-scan in or track in all my snacks that I'm going to take with me that day. And then the fact that I've done that, I've made the effort to do that, I just don't really feel the need to have anything outside of those snacks. You know, you're going to mindlessly snack if you're bored. So if you're really bored and that's when you're going to reach for the snacks, get yourself out for a walk, then you're ticking off that, getting your steps in, and you're going to prevent yourself mindlessly snacking. And B, you're going to mindlessly snack if you're hungry. That's not mindlessly snacking, that is listening to your body. So maybe consider having slightly bigger portions or just having healthier snacks. You can have as many snacks as you want. You don't have to have 3 big meals a day or be someone that snacks all through the day. You can definitely do both. I have 3 big meals and I still probably have 4 to 5 snacks a day. It's just making good choices with those snacks. Maybe, like I've said, having a protein bar, maybe a portion of fruit, maybe looking at lower calorie snack options if that's the sort of route you want to go down. But yeah, just pre-plan those snacks. When you wake up that morning, like doing yourself a packed lunch, even if, for example, today, we're probably going to go shopping, and then we might go to the gym actually. I don't have a gym membership, but I might go with Jamie because we sort of have this membership where I can go 4 times a month. And obviously I've not been for ages, so we might do that. So already in my head I'm thinking, okay, the gym, we'll take a protein shake. I might be immediately hungry after that, so we'll take this. Because if you're prepared, you're not going to reach for the nearest snack, which might end up being something not substantial, or it might just be a bit rubbish for you. So in terms of mindlessly snacking, just be on top of it. Just pre-plan, and if you're snacking because you're bored, give yourself something to do, get outside, get some fresh air. Okay, last 2 questions. I think I've done more than 10, but I'm just reading from my little list now. And that is, what is my favourite Netflix series, which I just thought was a bit different because I feel like majority of the questions are obviously fitness or health related, which is fine. But my favourite ever series was probably Sex Education on Netflix. Now, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it because it's just hilarious. What else have I loved? It's not a Netflix original, but I did love The Fall recently, which is like a scary crime drama, if you're looking for something like that. Again, they're not Netflix originals other than Sex Education. I loved 90210 when that was on Netflix. I did love Pretty Little Liars up to a point. I feel like everyone feels like this. If you've watched it, you'll know what I mean. I loved Gossip Girl. One that's really good that not a lot of people, well, not many people that I chat to have watched, is called Atypical. That's a Netflix original and it's really, really good. It's light-hearted, it's funny, but it's also quite emotional in parts as well, so that's really worth a watch. So I'd probably say at the moment Atypical, Sex Education, Homeland. Again, that's not a Netflix original, but it's amazing. It's so many series that when Jamie and I first started watching it, I was like, oh my God, but you get hooked so quick. That's amazing. In fact, the Homeland's probably, it's not called The Homeland. Jamie always has a go at me because I do, it's just Homeland. Homeland, Sex Education, Atypical, obviously You's good as well if you've seen You, a bit creepy. Yeah. Ready for my class now, wearing my favourite bow and tea set that Jamie got me for Christmas. Love the tie-dye colour. I'm going to answer the last question, which is, if there is anything you could change about yourself, what would it be? I just think these questions are quite fun. So I've decided that I'm going to do one aesthetic thing, which is a little bit shallow, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to do one personality thing. So aesthetically, if I could change one thing about myself, it would be to have super olive skin. I love having freckles, and I do tan now on holiday. When I was younger, I would never tan. Now I do, so that's great. This is fake, by the way, before you think I actually am olive skin. I've got fake tan on today. But I would just love to be this colour all year round. Yeah, so just to be more of an olivey skin tone, I think. There's loads of other things aesthetically I'd change. I'd love to have thicker hair naturally and, I don't know, a different nose, whatever. But yeah, that would be my main aesthetic thing. And then personality-wise, it would just be to be a bit more laid back. If you know me, you'll probably be laughing as you watch this. I'm just I get very stressed if my routine changes. I'm very routine, or I get new habits quite quickly, which is great for, it's a great personality trait for that I'm very disciplined because I'm so routine, and I get so stuck in my ways, but I'm not great at being spontaneous. I haven't ever been, and I would just love to be more so. I've been like it the whole time, even when we went to college, or uni basically, but a performing arts college. My girls there will tell you, they'd be like, oh, should we do this tonight? And I'd be thinking, oh, I've already meal prepped my dinner. When something's set in my head, I'm just I can't just go with it. So I'd love to just be able to just go with it a little bit more. I feel like I've got better. Maybe my family and friends watching this now will be like, no, you haven't, but there's definitely some stuff that I've become more laid back with. And I think it's all about environment, isn't it, for that? So hopefully as time goes on, I can work on that trait of mine. Guys, thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video and listened to me just ramble on, but I did answer all your, well, not all of your questions, but I did answer some questions. I feel like they were pretty ranged? That's not a word, is it? You know what I mean? So I hope that this was like a little fun video to watch while you're doing your makeup or whenever you're watching it. Please let me know what you want to see next. I will do some polls on my Instagram, but if you're subscribing to my channel here, please comment. Do you want to see more workouts? Do you want to see more food stuff? What do you want to see? Inspire me and I will do it. So yeah, thank you again for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and please go over to my website, check out my classes. If you are someone that's looking to, achieve a new fitness goal, then I would love to be the one to help you achieve that. So yeah, I will link my website and my Instagram and hopefully see you guys soon.